Okay. So I'm going to cover 5 keys on closing, and then we're going to dive in at the end of the call. We'll do a quick drawing. We've got 5 prizes that we're giving away today. If you have not gotten your entries in, make sure to do that so that we can make sure that you're in the drawing. I know a lot of you guys have. If you have not yet, make sure to go ahead and get that in. All right. I would recommend having a spot where you can write these down. I'm going to give you 5 keys on the closing process and mentality. Number one is to start closing right when you walk in the door. Number one is to start closing right when you walk in the door. And I'm going to expound on that a little bit. Start closing right when you walk in the door. How do I do that? How do I start closing right when I walk in the door? It's all about your language. It's all about your language. I would write down, be expectant. Be expectant. What I mean by being expectant is the concept of speaking like your customers already own the sets. Speaking like your customers already have the knives. Okay? How do I do that? How do I talk like my customers are already owning it? I say things like, "Yeah, Ms. Shuns, that's actually gonna come in your set." Or I say things like, "Hey, Ms. Shuns, you're gonna love that when it comes in your set." Or when I'm talking about what she has, okay? Mary May, role play this with me a little bit.
Okay.
Hey, so Ms. Shuns, how long have you had your Hinkle set?
About 10 years.
Oh, perfect. So it sounds like I don't know if you know this, but Hinkle's actually tells their customers they need to replace them every 7 to 10 years. So I came at the perfect time. You're gonna love your Cutco set. Well, we'll help you pick out one that's good for you and your family. And what's great about it is you'll have it for the next 30, 40, 50 years. And Cutco's forever guaranteed. I'll tell you all about that. But you're going to love the fact that you never have to replace your set.
Okay.
And usually they say that. They're like, okay. Guys, talk like your customer already owns the set. Okay? Speak like they already own Cutco. Now, if their friend has Cutco, I'm talking to her about how much her friend likes it. Jasmine, role play this with me. So, Miss Golden, I don't know if you talked to your friend Susan. Did you talk to Susan before the demo?
No, I didn't.
Oh my God, she loves her Cutco so much. She actually, when she got Cutco, she got it 12 years ago, and she said it was the best investment she had ever made in her kitchen. How do you like your knives?
They're okay.
They're
decent.
okay. You're gonna feel just like your friend Susan does. 3, 4, 5 years down the road, 10 years down the road, after you get your Cutco and you use it, you're gonna feel just like Susan does. So I'm gonna help you out with that today. Cool?
Cool.
Like, I'm speaking to my client like they already have the knives. I'm speaking to my client like they already have. For those of you that want to take your average order up, I'm talking to my customer like they already own the kitchen. I'm not talking to them like they have the knives. I'm talking to them like they own the kitchen. Hey, Miss Reeves, I know you got the Cutco knives. Did you ever even know about the cookware and flatware?
I didn't even know you guys had that.
I know, like it's kind of depressing. Like, I go over and see people, and like the rep that showed it to them before, I just want to apologize. The knives are great. Wouldn't you agree?
Totally.
The cookware and flatware is even better. So I found that my customers, when I leave, they're so happy because they realize that they never have to buy anything in their kitchen ever again. So like, I don't actually just help people like with the knives, like Cutco. Like, it's actually, Cutco makes cookware, flatware. Like, we have a lot of different options. So my mission today is that when I leave, Miss Jones, that you never have to worry about purchasing anything else for your kitchen for the rest of your life. Like, how cool would it be to like not have to enter into the kitchen store of a kitchen store, or like the section of a kitchen store ever again for the rest of your life? Like, you're going to know that when I leave here today, you're not going to have to worry about that. You're going to be set for the rest of your life. That's my mission. Cool? Like, the small stuff too, the gadgets, the flatware, the cookware, the knot, like all of it. We're just going to go ahead and take care of all of it. And don't get me wrong, Miss Reeves, Cutco's not cheap, as you know. it's going to sting a little bit today. Like, it's going to be one of those things that you're like, oh, should I do it all today? But Ms. Jones, here's the reality. A lot of customers feel like that initially, and then they get it, and guess what?
What?
It's the best investment they've ever made. 5, 10, 15 years down the road, do you think they even remember how much they spent?
Probably
Yeah,
not.
so get whatever you want. Like, don't worry about the price today. Focus on like the long-term feeling of how you're going to experience and how it's going to feel 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years down the road. I'm going to cover that objection before it comes up of, oh, I wasn't planning on getting all this stuff today. No. We're going to talk about it before the demo, so you are thinking about it. So we are planning. I just need her to let that sit in her mind for about 30 minutes. I can massage that all the way through the demo. I'm like a masseuse, just molding her mind all the way through the demo, okay? That's what you need to think about, like what you're doing. Okay, so that's number one. Did you guys get some good stuff out of number one? Does that make sense? So number one is to start closing right when you walk in the what? Start closing right when you walk in the door, okay? Number two, name drop like crazy and set the tone at the beginning of the demo. Name drop like crazy and set the tone at the beginning of the demo. How do I do that? Well, you need a list, okay? I want you to go ahead and post, okay, pull out your phones on WhatsApp, and you guys are about to see a lot of names, so there will be zero excuse for not name dropping. I want you to post a customer's name that bought a homemaker, a customer's name that bought a signature, and a customer's name that bought an ultimate. If you haven't sold an ultimate, you're about to, because you're about to start talking about it. The only reason that you haven't sold an ultimate, if you haven't sold an ultimate yet, is because you haven't talked about it yet, and I'm going to teach you how to do that. People want what everybody else has. So I want you on the Divisional Alliance group to post the name. Don't post it in three different messages. That's going to get annoying. It's already going to be annoying because a bunch of you guys are going to post it at one time, but it's okay. So homemaker, name, signature, name, ultimate, name. And then what I want you to do is I want you to all memorize some names of homemakers, signatures, and ultimates. And I want you to just start name dropping those people on your demo, even if they don't know them. And I'll teach you how to do that in a second. But you need to know some names. Now, obviously, it's way better if I am a representative who, hey, I'm Cooper Ingram, and I just sold my first signature set on Friday or Saturday, Cooper? Something like that. It's way better for Cooper because he can name drop that customer. That's his client. But if you haven't sold your first ultimate yet, okay, well, you still need to name drop, even if they don't know them. It doesn't even matter. It really doesn't even matter. They just want to know that they're getting what other people are getting. That's what they care about. If you look at James Herring's shirt, it says facts. I need to put some facts in front of Miss Jones. I need to put some data in front of Miss Jones. Cool. Because if you're not sitting up right now, you can just remove yourself from our divisional alliance, okay? Or I will remove you. Okay, I just removed that person. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about name dropping and how to do that. So homemaker, signature, ultimate. So before I even start my demo, one of the lines that I've taught you guys at the beginning of the demo is, hey, Ms. Jones, my goal of the presentation isn't to sell you the whole book. It's that you like me and that you like Cutco enough that you're comfortable introducing me to some of your friends. You know that line? You guys remember that line? If you're not using it, you should start now. I don't know why you're not using it. But let me teach you the line again, and I'll teach you how I name drop within the line, okay? So if I were you, I would be looking at my phone right now, and I would, obviously your customers first. Write down 3 people that bought homemakers from you, 3 people that bought signatures, 3 people that bought ultimates. And if you don't have 3 that bought ultimates, look on the app, get some names, and just use them. Okay. You don't even have to say people on my team. You just say the customer's name. And that customer assumes that client is buying the set. It doesn't matter who they're buying it from. Okay. So here's how I do it. I'm about to go into the company section. I've just built a lot of rapport. I go, hey, Ms. Jones, I just want to give you a heads up that before we get started here, my goal of the presentation, it's not that you buy the whole book. Now, some people do buy the whole book. Brad and Terry Allen, use that name. Brad and Terry Allen. She bought the whole book. Claire Jackson, she bought the whole book. Hey, Ms. Jones, my goal isn't that you buy the whole book. Now, some people do buy the whole book, like Brad and Terry Allen. They love their kitchenette set. They had it for 20 years, and they decided that they were really sick of just having 5 knives. I mean, 5 knives will get you by, but it's not what people want. So when I did the demo for them, they just got our complete set of knives, our complete set of cookware, our flatware, and added on all the gadgets and accessories. When I saw Claire Jackson, she had a few knives like in trays. It's called our little basic homemaker set. She just had that set she'd had it for like 10 years. And she told me on the phone, she was like, Ben, I'm so satisfied with my Cutco. I love it. And I got over there and she was like, let's just go ahead and take care of everything today. Like, I literally never want to buy kitchen stuff ever again for the rest of my life. And so what she did is she completed her set. Plus she also did our set of flatware. She actually got 2 sets of the flatware. She also got the cookware set. So in all the gadgets and accessories, including things like the double griddle, the stock pot, like the accessory cookware pieces, like you name it in Cutco's book, she probably has it. There's like a 98% chance that she has it, and a 90% chance that she bought it from me. She bought like a few pieces of Cutco from somebody else. And I apologized to her about their demo because she didn't get a chance to even see the cookware and the flatware the first time she saw the knives. So if you want to go ahead and take care of everything, you can totally do that today. A lot of people do choose to do that. Now, don't get me wrong. It's going to sting a little bit if you choose to do that. But it's going to be the best investment you've ever made in your kitchen, and you'll never have to worry about kitchen products ever again. Ms. Abate, how cool would it be to know that when I leave here today, like, you're done with kitchen products for the rest of your life? How cool would that be? Be awesome, wouldn't it? Now some people just choose to do like a package, and they'll get like a set of the knives and a set of the cookware, or like a set of the knives and a set of the flatware. Like for example, Sue Johnson. Sue Johnson, she did our signature set, which is like our family set of our knives, and she did a set of the flatware in addition to that, so that way she had everything to match. She liked everything to match. She was one of those ladies that, like, if it didn't match, it wasn't in her kitchen. And if I can tell, like, right off the bat that she's like that, I would go, Michonne's, I can tell from your kitchen that's kind of how you are. So you and Sue might resonate with one another. And then, pretty much everybody, Michonne's, at least buys a set of the knives. We have 3 main sets of knives. We have our basic set, we have our family set, we have our complete set. Our family set, Judy, she lives right down the road from me. She has our basic set. Sue, she lives 2 neighborhoods over. I don't know if you know Sue. Do you know Sue Martin? Oh no. Okay. Well, she lives 2 neighborhoods over, super close. She has our family set. And then, do you know Miss Sasser? Okay. No. Okay. Miss Sasser, she has our complete set. So does, blank, 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 blank. And I just start throwing out names. And when I'm doing that, the feeling is that this is what everybody does. This is what's normal. This is what people are already doing. It's not abnormal for me to do that. It's actually, I'm not buying that much if I just pick out one of the 3 main sets. Do you guys see how I create that mentality for the customer at the very beginning of the presentation? Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Okay. Number three, don't be afraid to be specific. Don't be afraid to be specific when you're sharing your goals with your customer. Don't be afraid to be specific when you're sharing your goals with your customers. What I mean by that, guys, is when I'm sharing my goals with a client, I am very specific about what I want to accomplish. How do I be specific? Well, let me give you an example. So, hey, Miss Jones, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you? Hey, Miss Eves, do you mind if I share some of my goals with you?
Go for it.
Awesome. Like, are you sure? Because you don't sound that excited about me sharing my goals.
I'm super excited about
I
it.
literally say that. If she's like, sure, I'm like, are you sure, Miss Jones? Like, do you actually want to hear them? And that second time that I ask her, are you sure? Then she's like, yeah, okay, tell me about them. But if that first time, sometimes, can I share my goals with you? She's like, okay. Like, it's just part of the presentation. No. I want her genuine interest in my goals. So I'll be like, if she's like, sure, I'll be like, is it okay if I tell you, like, are you actually, do you care about my goals or not really?
No, I totally care.
Okay, cool. Awesome. That means the world to me. So let me tell you a little bit about my goals. So number one, missions, first thing I got to tell you about is this push period that I'm in. Like, I know like it's going to sound like crazy, but actually in the next 18 days, I'm going to sell $21,000 worth of Cutco. Now, it's kind of crazy. This summer when I started, I had no idea. And this is how you set their mentality. I had no idea when I started selling Cutco this summer, Madeline, that people bought this much stuff. But like I started doing the demos and it's kind of crazy. Every single time I left with an order. And it was surprising to me. Like people were just like I went through the demo and they're like, oh my God, this stuff's amazing. It's forever guaranteed. Like I want to go ahead and get that set. And then I learned how to sell the cookware and the flatware and the gadgets and all the other stuff. And they started adding on that stuff too. So what's awesome is that my goals are really easy to hit because the product's so easy to sell. I'm going to say that again. I would write this down. My goals are so easy to hit because the product's so easy to sell. Miss Eves, literally, I drive around all day just writing up orders. I enter them in online and UPS ships it directly to the customer's doorstep. This is the easiest job ever. Like I am so thankful to God every day that I don't have to mow lawns anymore because that sucked. I sit around drinking some lemonade, cutting up some food, writing up some orders. UPS ships it to the customer's doorstep. So I know you're going to love this stuff. My goal over this period is 21,000. Now, in order to be on track for my goal, I'm going to sell $3,000 today. So if you want to go ahead and take care of all 3,000, you can totally do that. I can give you the short version of the demo, and I can just pick out your favorite stuff that you'd want for 3,000 real quick. But if you want to see the normal demo, I can do that for you too, and we'll pick out whatever's best for you. Which would you prefer?
Go ahead and watch the normal.
You want it? Okay, cool. So we'll pick out what's best for you. And hey, Mission, so I just want to thank you so much for seeing me today. Like it means the world to me. And I'm also in this scholarship race. So being my big push, what it's really for is to be on track for my scholarship. And after we finish up today, after we write up the order and enter yours in online, what I'll do is I'll actually have you sign my scholarship sheet. I have all my customers with a Sharpie just sign the scholarship brochure. Do you know Susan Atkins right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, she lives like 5 houses down from you. She's had Cutco for 30 years. And she has our family set. Do you know the Johnson family? They actually go to school with your kids. Do you know them?
Yep.
Yeah, they have the complete set, and then they also added on the flatware the last time I saw them. Do you know Miss White? She literally never cooks. Like she despises cooking. Like if you ask her if she cooks, she's like, I hate it. You know her?
Yep, I know her.
Yeah, she just has her little basic set. It's like this little half block. It's like a little thing that goes on the countertop. It's our little basic set. It's called our homemaker. It's our little basic set. It's like a little block. Okay. Does that make sense in how to share a goal, like how to be specific and how to set the tone when you're goal sharing? Good? Okay. Number four. Oh, by the way, guys, I'm going to ask for your biggest light bulb from this morning, okay? If you've already had a light bulb, go like this. If you've had a light bulb, okay. I want you to go ahead and write that light bulb down and share it on the Divisional Alliance group, okay? I've got two more that I'm going to share with you, but if you've already had a light bulb, go ahead and post it on there. Number four. You can wait a second and post it. You know, like when you get a little downtime after you write down a note, you can type and then post it in a few minutes. Number four is to make sure your customers feel 100% comfortable with the monthly payments. Make sure your customers feel 100% comfortable with the monthly payments. How do I do that? How do I make sure my customers feel 100% comfortable with the monthly payments? Here's how to do it, okay? You're going to have a customer at some point in time go, oh, no. I would just pay it in full. The reason that they say that is because you don't cover the objection before it comes up. See, my customer that'll buy $1,000 in full, I should really sell them $5,000 because I can break 5,000 up over 5 months for $1,000 a month. And if they're comfortable spending 1,000 today, they should spend 5,000 with me. Why? Because they can. And there's a lot of stuff in the book that I can go ahead and take care of their needs for the rest of their life and get them a good deal. So if they were going to pay for $500 in full, they might as well buy 2,500 and break it up over 5 months. That's my concept in thinking. A customer who ever says something like, oh, I'm just going to pay for it in full, you need to say this line before you offer the payments. You won't get that line anymore. Raise your hand if you've ever had a customer say, I'll just pay for it in full. You don't want to get that line because you want the customer to feel comfortable breaking it up because then they buy a lot more. Guys, you get paid on it like they paid in full. It's insane. The company pays you even though they haven't even gotten paid yet. Some of you make 50% commission. Yeah, some of you on this call make you sell $2,000, you make $1,000, and the company's only gotten $400, and they pay you $1,000 commission. Doesn't even make sense. The company pays you more than the customer pays them for 30 days. You need to learn how to take advantage of the investment options. This is a huge benefit to you. And if you're not utilizing them, you're crushing your average order. If your average order right now is $300 and 70% of your customers pay in full, oh my God, this line is going to change your average order. This line is going to cause your average order to go up $500, to go up to 500. Like literally this one line. If you make customers feel comfortable paying over the 5 months instead of paying in full, your average order is immediately going to go up. How do you do it? Here's what I say. Before I offer the payments, before I offer to break it up, okay, I go, when I'm covering the guarantee, okay, here's when I cover it. I go, hey, Ms. Jones, what's awesome is that we have this 15-day money-back guarantee. So all of my customers, what they do is they just break it up over 5 months. And no, here's the deal, Ms. Jones, I want to make sure that you understand this. Like some people are like, oh, I wouldn't break it up because I have to pay interest. No, Ms. Jones. the great thing about Cutco's breakup options, like we know that you could buy whatever you wanted in our book in full. Like we know that if you wanted to, you could put your credit card down and say, hey, then I'm just going to go ahead and buy the Blue Book special and put it on your credit card. Like I know that you could do that, Michonne's. I know that you could write me a check for whatever you want in the book. Like I get that, okay? The great thing about Cutco though is that there's no interest and you can break it up. So it just makes it super affordable to get whatever you want. Like it makes the decision for buying Cutco like it is making a decision to buy groceries at the grocery store.
Hey, Ben,
Yeah.
can I add in, just because this works for me, I almost make it
One
like
second, Noah, and then I do want you to add it in, but they need to process this and write for a second.
you got it.
Hold on one second. So I'm going to say this again. So, hey, Michonne's our 15-day money back guarantee. It's awesome. And what's cool, Michonne's, is that people will just go ahead and break up all of their orders over 5 months. Now, Michonne's, and here's the key. I know you don't need to break it up. I know that you could get whatever you wanted and pay for it in full. I totally understand that. Like nobody needs to break up knives. Go ahead and cover that. I don't need to break up my knives. Yeah, well, okay, then buy the whole book. Okay? But you got to cover this before it comes up. Okay? Hey, Michonne's, I know you don't need to. I totally get that you could buy whatever you wanted in the book. But the reason we have our 5-month breakup options is it makes it so that you can get whatever you want and it makes it super affordable. It makes the decision of buying Cutco today and what you want like picking things out at the grocery store. Like picking out fruit. Like picking out the cereal. Like picking out the meat. Like I want you to get whatever you need and whatever you like and whatever you would want to have. So that's why everybody breaks it up. Michonne's literally over 80% of people break up their orders over 5 months. And here's the main reason why. There's no reason not to. Here's the main reason why. There's no reason not to. Every order that I do, we break up over 5 months and there's no interest. And it just makes it super, super affordable. And what's cool is that you're in 100% control of the payments. So if you want to do the first payment today of whatever you choose, make sure you love it. And then what you could do is at the end of the month, if you wanted to just pay it all off, you totally could do that. If you wanted to do 2 payments and then pay it off, you totally could do that. You're in 100% control of the payments. No interest. Everybody breaks it up over 80%. Okay, Noah, go ahead and cover that point, and then I'm going to wrap up the last one.
No, that was pretty good. You pretty much got it all. That's pretty good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So.
Thank you. Number 5, last one. No sales are not an option. No sales are not an option. Just go ahead and decide that for yourself. No sale, write this down. No sales do not exist. No sales do not exist. When you make that decision for yourself, when you do a demonstration, you will then only write up orders. It's all about writing up orders. You should have a focus going into this week of how many orders you're going to write up this week. That's what it's all about. The people who wrote up 10 orders on our team last week, you better bet they're at least at $3,000. Some of them are at 5,000 or 6,000. 10 orders, guys, in a week is nothing. 10 orders. That's 2 orders a day, 5 days a week. We have people on our team that are at 17, 18 orders right now. How many orders are you going to write up this week? That's all that matters. No sales are not an option. No sales don't exist. And I operate and I speak like that to my client. Like if my client literally acts like they're not going to buy anything, like she's starting to get to that point, like I'm like going over and trying to customize the homemaker, which we'll talk a little bit more about tomorrow. And she's like, no, I just don't think I'm going to get anything. I'm like, hold on, Miss Jones. Like I'll buy the knives for you if you're serious. But like, I mean, I can't leave here and you like the knives and me not do my job and help you get something. Like, I laugh at what she's saying. Like, I'm like, I'll buy the knives for you, Miss Jones. Like, I'm not going to not let you get Cutco if you like the knives. Like, you like the knives, right? Okay, cool. Well, even if I have to pay for them for you and I got to pay for the first payment, well, that's what I'll do. She never lets me. She never lets me actually do that. I've never actually paid for somebody's first payment on the knives. But you know what? I say it, and then they're like, okay, I'm buying. Why? Because they see that I'm 100% confident that there's no way that I would ever leave there without an order because it's in her best interest to have the knives. I'm not going to close her on something that she doesn't want, but if she likes the stuff, I need to get her what she wants. That's my job. No sales do not exist. No sales are not an option. Okay, make sure that you post your biggest light bulb, biggest takeaway from this morning. And we are going to go ahead and do a drawing. We've got 5 prizes to give away. I want to give you a quick reminder, guys, that your job is to make sure your next 2 to 3 days are booked up. I'm going to ask for us to do a better job. I want you to take a note of this. I'm going to ask, guys, as an alliance, that we do a better job of updating on our morning phone jams. We have a major area of opportunity on our morning phone jams. You should be creating in the morning 2, 3, 4 demos, somewhere in that range, 2 to 4 demos in the morning. And all it comes down to is right after we get off this conference call, you got one of 3 options. You could either go back to sleep before your 10 o'clock demo, which I know some of you have chosen to do that. And I don't think any less of you. I'm just going to ask that you change that for week 2 because we're going for a bigger week 2 than week 1. And I need you to think a little bit differently about the way that you approach the job if we're going to go after that. Number 2, the second option that you could do is you can make some calls and get ready for your phone jam. Number 3, the third option that you could do is you could do something else productive, like a workout or something like that, and that's phenomenal. But just get your 20 calls in first, okay? I think getting things done outside of the job are super important so that you feel good about what you're doing, whether it's playing guitar, whether it's working out, whatever it is that's important to you. But just make sure you knock out your calls in the morning and you knock out your 20 plus calls per day. That's super important, okay? The way that I used to do push periods is I would do 20 to 25 in the morning before I did my first demo. And then throughout the day, I'd make 5 calls before, 5 calls after. 5 calls before each demo, 5 calls after, and I do another 20 to 25 calls throughout the day. It doesn't take much time during the day. It's just in between your demos. Let's be better about creating demos throughout the day. The number's 4. You got to create 4 demos a day. You got to create 4 demos a day. Super important. I know some of you guys are throwing out some neighborhood postcards today. I've heard a lot of people that were getting those ready over the weekend and dropping those in the neighborhood mailboxes over the course of the next couple of days. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, if somebody could repost, Mary May, can you repost that for me just real quick? Just kind of like copy and post it, and she'll just repost that for you guys. And Danny, if you could follow it up, she'll post the picture. Danny, if you could follow it up with the actual script, that would be great. And we're going to go ahead and do that drawing. So Danny Marine, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Excellent. We've got
Can you hear me,
5
Ben?
prizes to give away. We will start. I'm going to keep track of this. We're going to start first knife that we're going to give away is the boning knife.
Hold on. Sorry. I just took my AirPods out. It was being weird. All right. So I have the raffle winners. So the first winner for the Hearty Slicer is Andrew from Sumter.
Andrew from Sumter. Andrew, can you hear us okay?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.
All right, good deal. You got a Hearty Slicer.
Next for the vegetable knife, we have Jasmine from the Pilot.
Jasmine, can you hear us okay?
Yes.
Excellent. That was the vegetable knife?
Yes.
Good.
For the cleaver, we have Josh from Columbia.
Josh from Columbia. Do we have him? I see him. Excellent. Josh from Columbia. That was the cleaver. Okay.
For the boning knife, we have Ben Martin from Greenville.
Ben Martin from Greenville. Can you hear me okay, Ben?
Yeah.
Awesome. Ben Martin, that was the boning knife.
Yeah.
And then for the deluxe hunting knife, we have Sheridan from Anderson.
Sheridan for the deluxe hunting knife. I saw her a little bit ago. Excellent. Deluxe hunting knife. Hey, Danny, the Andrew Floyd was the first one, correct?
Yes, from Sumter.
Okay, excellent. All right, guys, let's have a great day. Post your light bulbs and also post your big 3 for the day. Your CPO mission, your number of recommendations you want to create today, and the number of new demos you want to book today. Let's crush today. Have a great day, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
75K, baby.